Hey everyone, welcome to another week, a beautiful week that we're going to kickstart this week, which is a very busy week in terms of the calendar news and the news that we are anticipating this week to occur. On Wednesday, we have the FMOC, we have the Bank of Yen with their rates. Then on Thursday, we have the pound releasing their rates too. On Friday, we have NFP. So basically, it's a busy week, and as much as I want to stay out of the market and wait and see what will happen, however, being the beginning of the week, I usually get setups in busy weeks like this one. So yeah, if I happen to see a setup today, tomorrow, I might bank on, but tomorrow may be a bit shaky because there's some other news which are happening tomorrow. So if I don't see a setup that I like today, then basically I'll just let the week die out and wait to see what the market will hold in regards to the news that will come. Having in mind we have those consecutive days with news, so it may be hard to predict a move or to try and get a move, but we'll see. On Wednesday, being the real major day per se after the FOMC and the yen news. So on Thursday, I think the grounds might be better for a trade, as well as NFP on Friday might perform well in regards to the news on Wednesday. So we'll see what will happen. If I happen to take a trade, of course, I'm going to analyze. But all being said, it's the beginning of the week, and as it's usual, as it's custom here, I like previewing the past week sessions, what I've done in terms of trading, what I managed to bank on, or where I didn't manage to bank on, the gains that I had or the losses that I had, and what lessons I drew out from it. So, welcome to this week's Jay's Click Reflections. This is episode number 3. Begin with the first trade that I took last week. Gold, it was a buy, and as it's on the screen displayed on the criteria that led to me into taking the gold trade. So the previous week before last week turned out being bearish, and as I outlined, I say I wanted to see some retracement. Let me just go back. I wanted to see where you here you are. I wanted to see some retracement towards the half of this week from here to here. This tail basically of this last week candle, and I said if price happens to respect the quarter of the tail, that will still be a better option to take with. I'll still be happy with that and take the sale from there, but unfortunately I wasn't able to bank in on the sale because I didn't see my entry setup or my entry pattern basically come into play. So as the week was beginning, I was bullish, targeting either 0.5 or 0.25, going down to the daily. We had this week here, we had this candle which was the Monday candle, and this week, having in mind respect a bit this FG here, so it gave me the confidence that on Tuesday we might get a trade going on upwards. So with that in mind, I was basically waiting on my entry time frame to see a shift in market structure. On the 4-hour, the shift wasn't there yet, but we could see weakness in terms of sellers as the second swing, this being the first swing from here to here, this being the first swing, then now the second swing, which was here, it was weaker in regards to the retracement that came afterwards. So that gave me the confidence that price really wants to go up, and I really banked on that. But on the 4-hour, the setup wasn't that much ready. So going down the 1H, that's where the setup was ready. And on the 1H, I saw price after taking out this low here, we came. So price came, respected this here, but didn't have much to do. We came and took that. Still a retracement because we haven't closed above here. When price now came and took out this low, now that was a given that now this sell trend would continue going down. But again, we came and we took the upside, and we had taken the both sides of liquidity, both the sell side and the buy side liquidity. So when the market does that, when the market takes the both sides of liquidity, so it shows that now you have a dealing range, a range where you want to do your dealing from, or where to do your business within that range. So meaning from here we had a low that had formed, and we had a high that had formed, basically because it was a retracement of this range that was here. So by breaking here, it's a change in direction from this retracement going down, this retracement in this form: low, high, higher low, higher high. Then we created a low. So after creating a low, you want to see price come and create a lower high, so that it may continue taking out this low to create a lower low, taking up together with this another lower low, then another lower high, sorry, then another lower low. But that's not what happened here. Here price came again back and took out the the uh, the upper liquidity, changing market in direction now to the opposite direction. So what does that mean? That means that these sellers here, they came to took out liquidity here, came to bank on this gap that was formed here, then propelled price up higher, showing that the strength is still on the upper side. So the downside was dying of momentum. So we took out this liquidity as well as this liquidity, but I was much more concerned in this breaker candle here, because there were traders who were previously long, they were stopped out. So I was banking as market was coming down there, giving these sellers a chance maybe to mitigate their sell orders. Then I take my order, and that's where my pending order was. It was here. This is a unicorn pattern where you have a breaker in together with a gap. I took it the order and it went voila to my target, though my target was way upper on that 50 target. But once price now came to the quarter target, I decided to close, and I did it live, even closing in the analysis. You may go and check it. So what did I learn? What did I learn from this? What I learned from this is that as I was patient and price did what I wanted to see it done, then I was paid. So it was a good trade, as I received my rewards. In regards of waiting for my entry pattern, my analysis matched with my entry pattern. Then my entry pattern came and matched with my analysis. I took my order, and that's it. These are the kind of days that I want to see, as I want to stick now with this being my entry function, is what I want to stick with even with my future trades. Basically, I'm having a challenge on not knowing where to exit, where to take profits, but it's something that I'm working on, and I'll definitely beat it. With trading, everyone has a weakness. I have a weakness here, someone may have a weakness in a different area, but we work out and reduce some of the weaknesses that we have, and we work on them and bring something new. So as price changed direction once again here, when we closed below here, I was really waiting. You see, this is a breaker, same as this one, and we had an FG here, so this became a unicorn. So as price was coming, I was really waiting for this unicorn to come, but it didn't materialize. So price just went down, going down, and I didn't want to chase price, although it went the direction that I wanted to see. So I didn't really bother much in chasing it, since I had this win that was over here. It was enough. It was enough for me. So I was patiently waiting. Then price came and went all the way down without coming to my unicorn. So I might still extend it and see if price metric, if MOC happens to respect this, then it will be a good sign of price going down. Coming back again, there wasn't really much of a setup. This would have been a nice entry, but price hadn't taken up this swing. I would have been comfortable entering this trade if price had taken up this high. So since we hadn't taken up this high, so I wasn't willing in taking this trade. Then it was on a Friday. Yeah, it was on a Friday, so I wasn't willing really to risk much upon it. So that's the reflection on the gold dollar, on the pair that I took, and then that it was a win. So going quickly to the other pair that I managed to get a trade on, it was pound yen, and it was on a Friday, but this one was a loss. I didn't document it. I'll just go through it here quickly, and it was here. So now price has been again crazily bearish, and I was really waiting for this move to go up, but it didn't happen. I got stopped out. Yeah, I got stopped out here on my where my stop loss. So it's simply the same. Price was going down, then there was a strong rejection upon that support area. We respected this gap here, though we hadn't closed much here. So this retracement was due because of the presence of sellers who were here. So as we came and took out these buyers, we basically closed above, but I was usually watching here because I took the trade on the 15-minute time frame. Took the trade on the 15-minute time frame. So once we closed well above here this swing, this was the retracement that was coming. We changed direction here, this during the Asian session, then we came and we break over here during the London session. So I was okay taking that buy, although I chased price as I really wanted to take it way down here on the 1-minute time frame. Now taking this as my retracement price, it really changed here on the 1-minute time frame, but my entry wasn't triggered. So I waited and I took it on the 5-minute time frame. Where are you? I took it on the 5-minute time frame here. You see, once price came and took over this swing high here, once we closed above this, so this became my breaker, and that's where my pending order was. So price came down, triggered me in, and it went up. I didn't really close profits here, having in mind it was afraid because I had a higher target. Then the dollar news that were coming later on came and stopped me out, and I just took the humble pie and accepted the loss. So it wasn't really a good trade as I had aspired it to be, but still it was a better one, not a bad one. But at least the best thing is that I followed my rules. I did what I wanted to do according to the setup that I had seen. I placed my orders as I usually place them and wait for price to either target my TP or my stop loss, and unfortunately on this one it went direct to my stop loss, and it is what it is. It happens. You win some, you lose some, and that's it. So the reason why my target was here is because I did this. There was this gap here, so I came down here measuring here. So this gap, since price was respecting it here, it didn't want to go below here. So I take the measurement of the gaps and I want to see price now on the other side go either twice or thrice or maybe 2.5. That's why these numbers are there, to basically show me the multiplication of this gap from the gap to the low of the swing of the gap. So you take projections higher, and when you take projections higher, where price was coming, price actually stopped upon this swing here, which aligns way very well with this 2.8. But I wanted to see a higher price of this, which was 3.0, which was about this target here. So that's what I was targeting, and unfortunately I wasn't triggered in, and that's it. That's what happened. But the best thing, I followed my analysis and I followed my rules, and I waited, and I was actually taken out on this, of which is still good, not bad. It was a one risk. I still have an one risk in profit, so it was a good week. I won't term it as a bad week. It was a good week. We got something. So that's it for J's Click Reflections episode number 3. Analysis for DXY will be coming underway, though basically there won't be much, having in mind the news that we have. I'll basically wait until see if we'll get a trade. If we get, well, if we don't get a trade, then that will be okay. We'll see what it will. Something happens, I'll basically record. If something doesn't happen, then that will be it. But as for Jake's Click Weekly Reflections episode number 3, that's it. We followed our rules. We win one trade, we lost one trade, so we are still up in profit 1 hour. Enjoy the rest of their day and basically the rest of your week.